Zoopla has just released its most anticipated research of the year. And if you are a family trying to get onto the property ladder in the UK right now, this one is for you. They analysed over 300 towns across the country, comparing the average price of a three-bedroom home against what a typical couple both working full-time actually earns. The results are eye-opening, and they completely flip the script on where families should be looking to buy in 2026. Because the truth is, there are places in this country where you can own a family home for a monthly mortgage payment that is less than most people spend on rent. You just need to know where they are. Let us start with the #1 town on the entire list. Shildon in County Durham has been named the most affordable town in the UK for families to buy a home. The average three-bedroom home there costs around £73,900. For a couple both working full-time on average local wages, that works out at a house price to earnings ratio of just 1.36. To put that into plain English, a family in Shildon can buy a home for just over 1 year of their combined salary. Monthly mortgage repayments come in at around £325. That is not a typo. £325 a month to own a family home. You would pay more than that for a one-bedroom flat in most of England. Now, before anyone dismisses Shildon as being in the middle of nowhere, let us put it in context. It sits in County Durham, close to Darlington, Bishop Auckland, and Barnard Castle. It has a strong railway heritage and is home to the Locomotion Museum, which is actually a fantastic day out for families. It is a working town with community roots, and for families who want space, a garden, good schools nearby, and a real sense of belonging, it absolutely delivers. The affordability here is not a sign of neglect. It is simply a part of the country that has not been artificially inflated by London commuter demand. The pattern across the top of this list is clear. Scotland and the northeast of England dominate the most affordable towns in the entire country. 7 of the top 10 most affordable towns are in Scotland. The remaining 3 are in the northeast. Zoopla's executive director Richard Donnell put it plainly. He said the scale of the affordability gap across the UK is striking. In parts of the northeast, families can buy a home for a fraction of what it costs in the most affordable towns in southern England. The north-south divide in UK housing is not new news, but when you see the raw numbers side by side, it really hits home. Now let us talk about what is happening at the other end of the scale, because this is just as important. The least affordable town in the entire country is Beaconsfield in the southeast. The average home there costs over £1.1 million. For local earners, on a joint income of around £72,900, that is a house price to earnings ratio of 15.25. So while a family in Shildon is buying a home for just over 1 times their annual salary, a family in Beaconsfield would need to save every single penny of their income for over 15 years just to cover the purchase price. That gap is almost impossible to comprehend, and it shows just how divided the UK property market really is right now. Other towns near the bottom of the affordability rankings include Gerrards Cross and Esher, both in the southeast and both popular with London commuters. These areas command massive premiums simply because of their proximity to the capital. Zoopla points out that the affordability issue in southern England is not just about London itself. It radiates outward across the commuter belt, pushing up prices in towns that might otherwise be quite ordinary. If a town has a fast train to Waterloo or Liverpool Street, you can almost guarantee that house prices have been pushed well beyond what local wages can support. So what does this mean if you are a family sitting somewhere in the middle of all this, maybe renting in a mid-sized English town and wondering if you will ever be able to afford to buy? The research offers a genuinely hopeful message, but it does come with a trade-off that you need to think carefully about. Zoopla found that every single region in the country has affordable hidden gems, but finding them often means looking beyond the obvious places. It might mean a longer commute. It might mean moving somewhere you have never considered before. But for many families, making that move could be the difference between owning a home and spending another decade renting. Let us look at some of the regional highlights, because this data goes much deeper than just a national top 10. In the northwest, coastal Cumbria stands out. Egremont offers families access to the Lake District lifestyle without the inflated prices you find in tourist hotspots like Windermere. Monthly mortgage repayments there are around £550 for a family home. Maryport and Whitehaven are close behind, both offering beautiful settings on the Solway Firth, with repayments in the low 600s. These are not compromise towns. They are genuinely beautiful places to raise a family, and the outdoors lifestyle they offer is something city dwellers can only dream of. In Yorkshire and the Humber, the most affordable options are concentrated around the East Coast estuary towns. Immingham is a major working port, and because it has not been discovered by commuters, prices have stayed grounded. Grimsby and Scunthorpe are similarly affordable, with monthly repayments around the £630 to £650 mark. In the east of England, Lowestoft on the Suffolk coast tops the affordability rankings for the region. It is the most easterly point in the entire UK. It has award-winning beaches, and it sits right on the edge of the Broads National Park. That is a pretty extraordinary lifestyle for a town that most people outside East Anglia have never seriously considered. In Wales, Ferndale in the Rhondda Valley comes out as the most affordable town for families, with homes costing around 1.85 times local earnings. Port Talbot and Neath are also near the top of the Welsh list, offering extremely low monthly repayments and strong community ties. And in Scotland, Glenrothes in East Central Scotland has previously been crowned the most popular affordable family town in the country. A three-bedroom home there averages around £136,900, which is roughly half the national average house price. Half. That number really does deserve repeating. Here is the big picture takeaway from all of this. The UK housing market in 2026 is not one market. It is dozens of different markets layered on top of each other. And where you choose to look makes an enormous difference to what is possible for your family. Zoopla says the housing market is right now entering one of its busiest periods, with more homes for sale than there have been in many years, and buyers are increasingly focused on value for money. If you are one of those buyers, this research is your starting point. Stop looking only in the places everyone else is looking. Cast the net wider. The data shows that a genuinely comfortable, spacious family life is achievable in the UK in 2026. You just might need to look somewhere new to find it. If this video helped you think differently about where to buy, please like and subscribe so you never miss an update from us. Drop a comment below and tell me which town surprised you the most. Whether you are a first-time buyer, a growing family, or someone thinking about upsizing, we cover everything you need to stay ahead of the UK property market. See you in the next one.